Hey, what's up, guys? So on this episode right here, that was my phone. Sorry. So on this episode right here, we're gonna be comparing the two between the G36C and the R4C, and the reason why we're gonna compare these two is because they're both similar damage rate, and both pretty pretty almost similar fire rate. Mobility's the same. Pretty much everything else is closely exact. However, the recoil pattern, if you look on the bottom right, you can see a not so much of a drastic, but a noticeable difference. Now, does that mean that this gun is horrible? Yeah, some guns are just not that great. In terms of compared to others, yeah, they're not that great. But how to use it efficiently depends on you. So if you look at the recoil pattern, um, the RC4, that little red pattern over here, that indicates that after the fourth bullet has been shot, it will reach from the shoulders to the top of to the very tip of the head. While versus to the G36, the third bullet is almost at the tip already, and the fourth bullet will go above. Now, to use that to your advantage, you of course would have to do either a burst fire or just basically time your shots so that the fourth bullet doesn't occur. But however, if it doesn't, then you'll know how much to pull back. So we're gonna go ahead and test out the G36C. It's got the flash hider. Basically, this is probably the fullest color on the recoil pattern I can get it to. The reason why I try to like narrow it down so that it stays a solid color is so that you know, if you shoot the bullets, the recoil pattern isn't always 100%. What it is basically saying that the first bullet shot will hit the shoulders or hit the range between the shoulders. So this is your reticule. So if you're aiming, if you do your first shot, your second shot, third, fourth, and fifth. Sorry about earlier. I meant to say fifth. But basically that's your recoil pattern. So it'll go up one, and then it'll go a little bit over here, two, three, four, five. So I mean, it doesn't indicate that it'll automatically go to the furthest to the right or the furthest to the or stay closer to the left. So this is the recoil pattern. It just depends. It's a wild card pretty much. So if we go back to the RC4 just briefly, so this is usually the reason why the RC4 is really good is because the recoil pattern is actually pretty good. It stays pretty in line with the middle, and even with the recoil pattern going to the right a little bit, it stays pretty well on the left side over here, so that you can expect when you shoot your 1 to 5 bullets or your when you burst fire, you can expect your recoil pattern to be in the general kind of like in between the right side. So it'd be like the right side of the face. So that's your recoil pattern versus to let's see, the G36, where it's a little bit it stays on that pattern, it stays on the grid, but however, you're gonna if you shoot, you're gonna expect a you know your first hit right here, and they'll just kind of like shift to the right. So in a sense, you kind of you want to aim a little bit left, so that your recoil pattern stays in the in the range of the target's head, or even a body. You want to keep that. You want to shoot left so that if you go full auto, it stays pretty within this range right here. So let's go ahead and give it a terrace hunt solo play to just kind of see. I like to play hard because it's a pretty hard is a pretty good simulation of what you will play in casual or just regular terrace hunt in general. It's a mix between realistic and normal, so it's by far probably one of the coolest gameplays for the terrace hunt side. So yeah, pretty much it's got the flash hider, it's got the reflex sight, vertical grip, and the laser. So if you're playing this without all these attachments, it is going to be different because you can expect without the vertical grip on any gun, you're going to expect a lot of the recoil pattern to be a little bit larger. The spread is going to be a little bit higher. So we're going to go ahead and infiltrate through the front. The reason why I'm going to infiltrate through the front is because I got really no background. So I kind of want to stay on the outside and work my way inside. Alright, so try to stay on the left side. There we go. So because I aimed a little bit to the left, that second shot kind of just went in perfectly to the head. Gonna keep simulating that right here. That side. There we go. So that's how you really play the G36C. You know, you just gotta be careful. Tap fire, aim more to the left than usual, and yeah, I mean, and you can have a lot of success with this gun. I have a feeling it's gonna be right here. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm not gonna work my way back down yet. So the gun is pretty accurate when you use single shot fire, but you do full auto. You see how that gun jumped a little bit to the right when I was aiming straight. That's okay. Swear he's right there.
You need to get out there.
Okay, hold on. He's coming out. So I'm gonna post my position. Wait for a second. Alright, so we got some enemies over there that's gonna come in. We're gonna go ahead and smoke out so then I can see them when they come in. I don't know if that does anything, but I just did that for fun. Okay, so we got metal walls right there. We're just gonna block out a lot of our shots. I'm try to see if I can see into these. Window. Heard that, but I wasn't sure. Yep. Whoa. There's a lot of C4 right there. I want to try to avoid that. Ooh, stay clear of that flashbang. Alright, let's see. So potential enemies in here. Break that. Break this door. Oh man. Clip me in my fingers for sure. Let's see this replay. Yeah. Aimbot right at my hand. So that's how you play the G36C. So give you guys more of a tip to really play how to really play the G36C. But go ahead and like and comment on my video. Yeah, and I hope to see you guys next time.